keep to themselves and just deep in thought a lot of the time.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep, I'm good.
All right. So let's go into the first night. Let me get a wisdom check out of everybody.
That'll be a nat 1.
Okay.
4.
Okay.
6.
19.
Okay.
12.
10.
All right.
Generally pretty rough, guys.
Let's see. In that case, everybody who rolled less than a 10 total, you have some of the worst nightmares you've ever had in your life. You have dark shadows. They seem to move around, and oily, like, slick tentacles groping, and it's very...
This is a nightmare, right? This is a nightmare?
Yeah,
That's my fetish.
Is it your character's fetish?
Some people's just...
Can it be both?
Sure.
Or can't know those does.
You hear just like slashing and terrible sounds. Like it feel like you kind of jerk in your sleep. It feels like wounds have opened on you, and it's awful. And many of you wake up in a cold sweat, and just kind of you feel like something is like right outside the cell, but you look out and it's just as it's always looked the entire time you've been in here. Everyone who rolled above the 10 on the wisdom check, you slept all right, but I mean, as well as you can on cold hard ground. Not terribly, but also way far from anything comfortable. So let's see.
So that's
My character would wake up literally screaming,
Okay.
and anyone that's within 30 feet would hear me screaming inside of their mind.
Oh, okay.
That's probably everyone checking the size of the pen.
Like,
Well, they don't necessarily need to hear you inside of their mind.
well,
Sound travels fairly well here. I'm trying to kind of keep this anti-magic field that's in the cell in effect.
I don't know if that's technically magic, or I don't know how that works.
It kind of walks the line. Maybe they feel something, but it's not.
I wasn't sure if that would work in this or not.
It's just not that clear, same screaming in their heads. It's general, maybe pain.
Okay.
But I have a logistics question. So if no magic, I can't shapeshift? Or is that, I don't know if that's magic.
No, you...
Well, technically a dispel magic on him would turn him back into his true form. So technically, if there's an anti-magic field, he would be true form the whole time he's here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're kind of there, just raw changeling mass.
Okay.
You
I
gross
look good.
people out.
For a changeling?
Looking good.
Like David
Have you
Beckham.
been exfoliating? You're looking good.
Shedding that outer layer.
All right, so who actually acquired something in the prison here? Gold? Knife.
A single piece of gold.
Right.
I got nothing.
Rope.
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 And you've got the
I got the
crossbow bolt.
with the sleeping dart.
It's
Crossbow
It's
bolt.
just the
not
bolt.
not the
Just
bow.
the
You
bolt.
just
Yes.
have the bolt.
Just the boat.
If you have a hand crossbow and a bolt, man, we busting out today.
Now you just have to run up and stab someone.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Or throw it.
Okay, so is
With
anyone
precision.
making any escape attempts or planning or plotting or kind of trying to progress that at all?
Scheme,
Right
scheme,
now.
plot, plot.
I mean,
Um,
I'd like to talk more to the Quaggoth and Dwarf.
Okay.
I think I need to get a little clearer on how much Prince Elf understands his Quaggoth situation.
I am going to plop down next to Keegan.
Okay. Are either of you talking at all?
I'm just gonna sit next to him.
Okay.
See what he does.
What do you want?
I just thought maybe you're new, so I figured I'd come in. I'm reasonably new too, so I figured I'd just come up and see if you need anything.
This isn't summer camp. We're not here to hang out.
Hot towel. You don't need nothing. Okay. All right. I mean, hey man, I'm just gonna get up and walk away then.
Okay. Anything with your interactions
So a
that
couple
you want to
things.
try to get through?
I'd like to know why the dwarf's in here, or how she got caught.
Oh,
I
okay.
missed that.
Um,
I'm not sure if you mentioned it.
no, she was just kind of one of the unlucky victims of a drow raid.
Okay,
Yeah.
and the Quaggoth, like, does he understand the powers or physical abilities of the Quaggoth?
Oh, he's seen them beat the shit out of people.
So he understands, but does he have a grasp on being a Quaggoth?
There's not much to understand. They are.
Well, no, I know. It's like a new body kind of thing. Like, has he got, like, what's the word for it?
I mean,
dexterity.
It's weird. He tries most of the time to carry. He tries to carry himself with the regal stature that he associates himself with back in his elf body. But there are times where especially when he gets angry, where somehow that Quaggoth side seems to take over a little bit, and he gets not insane, but
Bestial.
Yeah, little bestial.
Okay. Let me talk to the dwarf real quick. What kind of skills does she have? Is she like a cleric, a paladin? Does she have like?
She
skills?
was a shield dwarf scout from the dwarf city of Gauntlgrim. She doesn't have a lot of experience. She's pretty naive, but she's pretty stubborn. She's very unfriendly to most of the drow, including the one that's in the cell with you. But with the surface people that she is kind of familiar with, she approaches them as though they're going to be friends rather than enemies.
Okay. So I guess I'll just ask them, do you have any plans of escape?
Well, they both kind of confer to you separately. Well, not even separately. I assume you're talking as a trio here.
Yeah, basically.
Both of them kind of have like a little resigned expression, like, the dwarf. First off, she feels really bad. She goes, "I'm so sorry. What is your name?"
Oh yeah,
This
yeah.
is-
You probably
I
want to know
feel-
that. My name's Cole.
Cole. That's
Flame Fury. If that
That's
helps.
fitting,
Yeah.
I suppose. My name's not nearly as on the nose. I'm Eldith.
Oh.
Pleasure, I suppose, as much as there is one here.
Okay.
Okay. Do you have any other questions? Oh, you wanted to know if they had any plans.
Yeah.
She sort of confers to you. We don't have plans per se, but if there is a plan that arises, we'd be more than happy to help. I've unfortunately got no clue where to go once we break out of here. I know nothing about the Underdark.
Okay. I will keep you clued in.
Oh, thank you.
What do we have for guards in the area?
Watching the slave pens, you have a couple of drow. Let me take a look at them here.
Because you said earlier there was like 20 drow, right? So
Yeah,
is there 20
but that's
drow
across the prison
total?
Yeah.
Okay. So like in our pen, there isn't. There's what, like 5? 2?
There are a couple. There's like 2 or 3.
Are they? Is it consistently the same drow? Like when we're
No, there are shift changes.
there are shift changes.
Yeah,
Are they inside the pen itself or outside the gate?
Or are they like
they're
out?
outside the gate.
Okay.
There's
I was just
no
like, I had
God- there is no way they would come in. Like
How close?
it's typical. Like slide your food through all that type of stuff.
Okay.
Okay, so is it bars or is it walls? I guess is the question.
They are very thinly separated bars.
Okay.
Like you can see through, but nobody's fitting through.
Like a hand.
Maybe not a hand, but you could slip like a slim item through.
Like a dagger.
Yeah, that's an option.
How far, like, so, okay, real quick, just lastly, how far are the guards from the bars when they patrol
Well,
or
there's
watch?
there's the area of the cave that you're in. There's the gate, and then like a little bit more of the cave mouth. So like gate is inset a little bit, and they wait on either side of the mouth of that part.
So the walls of this cell, they're just like stone walls?
Yep, it's just the wall of the cave that you're in.
Okay, so it literally is just rock. Okay.
Yeah.
Can I, probably throughout my next day, work on maybe trying to like break the wall to get maybe a dagger or something, like a shard that might work as like a dagger or a sharp rock of some kind? Or is the wall like magically done up?
Let me. Well, no, but especially considering that your hands are a little more resilient than some, I'll let you make a try. Excuse me. First, give me a strength check.
Okay. Not great. 8.
Okay. The wall chips a very tiny bit.
Okay.
You feel like you'd be working at like Shawshank pace with that.
Okay.
Maybe slower.
Oh, Andy.
Yeah.
All right.
And give me a dexterity check too.
20. Non-nat.
Oh, okay, cool. That's fine. I just wanted to see how silent or sneaky you might be about this.
Hit wall with hands.
Right.
It's a delicate balance. Like, he clearly kept the sound down, but made almost no progress. So he's like, there's a way to balance this better.
And he's like covering the hole with a picture of Dritz.
Yeah.
Just Guinevere on the wall.
All right, so how are you guys arranging yourselves within the cave? Like, I don't need like a layout here, but like, do you imagine yourself kind of up close to the gate, away from some of the other prisoners who have kept themselves secluded, or are you looking to kind of just ride against the wall yourselves?
Like in the very back.
I
so
think-
can look out.
I would say I'd be in the middle areas.
Oh, I was
like,
gonna be right up
mingle.
front.
Like center of the cell or
front center, so I can like mingle with people who are active. Like, I went back there to see him, but obviously, like, now I'm staying away from the back kind of stuff.
Be like mid wall.
Okay.
I'm like against the bars.
Hey,
You
Kevin.
are. Okay.
So, dude.
So against the bars,
Guess what that
middle-ish
is.
walls.
Corner.
I want to stay more against the walls, more a little back, but like I said, still kind of observant.
Is it
like
a circle?
In a
Circle?
Oh, there's a
place.
circle.
Yeah, it's,
Circle,
it's
right?
There's no corners.
kind of semicircular,
Infinite.
like
Um,
half
There's
of
an
an oval.
infinite number of corners.
Square.
Keegan.
Exactly. Square.
Just
Okay, so
imagine half of an oval shape.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna stay more along the back side of the oval.
Cowards.
Enough to kind of, like I said,
Give
like
me
yesterday,
time,
still
I'm
observing
shy.
everyone.
Okay.
I guess if there's
You
no,
were just a dick. You weren't shy.
You shut your mouth.
if there's
What
if
up,
there's no
Taz?
corners,
What
then
up,
I'm kind
Taz?
of in what would amount to be a corner, like the side room, like towards the back, away, mostly far away from the actual
Front
gate as
lines,
possible.
all the way.
Okay. Let's see.
I don't want the guard to know my face. Like.
Oh, I want them to see it coming.
Okay. So at this point,
Look at me.
Cole, give me a perception check.
Me?
Yes.
Oh, cool. All right.
Nice.
And
Who's that?
He's one of my regulars. He's
17.
He's DMing his own group.
17.
He's the guy who won the Xbox from me last Christmas.
Nice.
Cool.
You hear
And then some Suku
Some
had to
light
buy all of his
footsteps.
kids' Xboxes.
and then you
'Cause he
hear
had one.
another few sets of footsteps, and you realize that it's feeding time. But
Oh, yeah.
strangely enough, it's not just like some of the lower drow that you've seen over the last day or so. This is actually that drow with the scarred up face that you kind of saw. It was, kind of like that meeting the warden scene where Ilvara kind of like gives you her spiel, and like
There are two things.
Shore is
yeah.
at her right side, and then Asha and Jorlan are a bit further back. He is the scarred up one further back. So the food is placed through, and Ront and Ront and Darendil can't they can't control themselves. They kind of like run up, grab their share, and like maybe Ront tries to like grab a little bit more than his, like off of someone else's plate, but Darendil kind of, or not, not Darendil. Sareth kind of